There's nothing like a good restoration project to get the blood boiling and the imagination fired up. This 1936 Epiphone Archtop was just such a project when it came into my shop. To begin, it was covered with mold inside and out. The action was extremely high due to a loose neck joint, and the neck would have to be removed and reset. The neck heel plate was long gone, and a new one would have to be made. All of the purfling on both sides of the fretboard would have to be replaced without removing the frets. The frets were still quite good, but the headstock was covered in loose cracked lacquer and would have to be cleaned up. One tuner was missing, and extended searches on eBay failed to bring up a suitable vintage replacement. Last but not least, all of the bindings had hardened and fell off, and half the body purfling needed replacement. The job began by removing the mold with a water and bleach combination. All of the accessories were removed and the bindings were scraped carefully. I removed the neck and reset the neck angle and re-glued. Most newer bindings I could buy were much too thin, so I layered white plastic bindings using acetone. Once layered, I installed the new bindings and purfling after carefully scraping the old binding material out of the grooves. The new bindings were covered with new lacquer, and I scraped all of the old lacquer from the headstock inlays, wet sanded the surface, and re-lacquered the headstock. I also installed new Grover tuners that were just like the original gold Grovers. The dings and scratches were treated with a concoction of Old English and various stains. All of the double row of purfling on the fretboard was replaced without removing the frets. Finally, the hardware was polished, new purfling was installed on the pickguard, and the action was set up. It now looks and plays beautifully.